We're Blues Clues of podcasting.
You ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this. Let's do this. I'm the JP Todd.
I'm the redheaded stepchild.
And we're the
Insane Geeks. That was my line. I fucked it up.
Whoops. I was confused. I was like, wait. Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Was it my line? I'm going to say it was my line.
One of our lines. I'm pretty sure we flip-flopped who says that last area so many times.
A few times, yeah.
So I guess we could start with, well, I guess not start with because we've already been talking, and I'm sure that's making the podcast because that was all good conversation.
None of that's making the podcast. It's not
none
starting.
Of that's making the podcast?
It's none of that's making the podcast.
Oh, that was such good.
That's going to be in the cut part.
Ooh, that's
going to be best of cuts whenever we have that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Quick Stops number 1 came out. Have you read it?
You got it?
No, have you?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know it was out.
Yeah, it's out. Okay, well, I guess we're skipping that out.
Where can you get them?
Any comic book shop and online. It's
okay, we're gonna have to go to the comic book shop.
Yeah, pick up one for me. I'll pay you back. If you find
they've got them,
pick up one for me. Yeah,
right.
But if not, you can pick it up like on Google Play or
Okay.
It's it's canon to the View Askew universe, and it's about Holden McNeil telling the audience of ChronicCon about. Am I still sounding good? Because I know I'm like facing away.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. He's telling ChronicCon from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Reboot about how the idea of Jay and Silent Bob, the characters, came to be.
Okay. That's cool.
Right. That's right. All right. So I guess since none of us read it, though, I figured one of us would.
By the time I'm gonna find that and I'm gonna read it.
Yeah.
I hope it's at the thing I'm going to this Sunday. Guess what that is?
Where are you going this Sunday?
I'm going to see Clerks 3 at Texas Theater with Kevin Smith.
Ooh, you're going to see Clerks 3?
Yep.
Nice.
Know how much it cost us?
100 easy.
Nope. What? Cost us nothing.
How? What?
Nettie gets a credit at her work.
I'm so sad.
And she was able to get 2 tickets and we didn't have to pay anything.
Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys. That's so cool.
So I'm going to try to take some video while I'm there and make a video for us.
Awesome.
For the Insane Geeks.
That. Yeah, awesome. Cool. Oh, man. Okay, I got a couple questions. Now, this is flushing off my notes. This is not all my notes for this week, but I just want to clean off my notes on my computer. Did we ever do anything with hashtag hype?
Hashtag hype?
Yeah, I remember we were going to do something with hashtag hype. Apparently, the first to notice gets a prize. I don't know what that means.
I don't remember that is.
All right, that's trash then. Okay. Hashtag hype. All right.
That's gone.
Yeah, that's gone. All right. Guitars are like swords. Okay.
I've got a little something else that I want to share with you.
Ooh,
guess what I got?
What'd you get? Wait, before you start, is this the surprise you were telling me about?
Yeah.
Let's do this. All right. Okay, hold on. Wait. Enter sound effect of Joe Roganing. That you could. I was making a joke there that you can cut that up and put that in anytime we do like a hit, an obvious hit. You could just be like insert sound of Joe Roganing. So that way no one knows, but everyone knows. You know what I mean? Sorry.
I got SwearNet.
All right, bro. I need your.
You know it. You know it.
Oh boy, I'm excited for this. Me and Joe are gonna be tearing this up. Oh, anything cool on there? How is that much? How much you like the Trailer Park Boys? Man, I remember when I told you about them. You were like, psh, "How dare you be watching them?" They are not like that, but like you were like.
Did I actually? I know I told you the story, but did I tell like the podcast the story?
I don't think so. Go ahead and tell them again. Or if they did,
okay.
I'm sure we got new listeners by now. So go ahead, man. Tell it again.
So for the people that don't know, when he brought the Trailer Park Boys up to me, I snickered and sniffled pretty much because, well, back in the day,
okay. That's exactly who you would use those words. Go ahead. Sorry.
Back in the day, I was dating this girl. I want to say it was around 2005, 2004, 2005, something like that. And she was like, "Do you know who the Trailer Park Boys are?" I was like, "No." She was like, "Well, I'm talking to one of them, and I want to say it was Ricky, the guy who played Ricky." And and so ever since then, I've been like, "Fuck Trailer Park Boys." And then I tried to watch it when
you should have told him that story. By the way,
I'll probably end up telling them the story, but I didn't even really know them when I met them. That's I knew true. Rob Wells because of Boondock Saints.
I love how you are so confident you are seeing them again. You're like, I'll tell them when I see them next. Like, not only is there going to be a next time, you sounded like so confident there's going to be another next time just in case you fuck up that time.
There is. Trust me, there will be. I got plans.
Yeah, it's got
okay.
Plans.
But where was I? You interrupted me.
Sorry, you were talking about how you haven't watched Trailer Park Boys because of that reason. Go.
Oh yeah, and I started watching SwearNet when it first came out, and I was like, man, I can't get into this, so I turned it off. Okay, so now, after seeing after you going to Comic-Con and taking me to their panel, you know, one of the ones out of the many I've taken you to, you took me to this one.
Yeah.
And I actually started liking them. They were really funny because they were in character. So I got to meet the Trailer Park Boys, not the people who play them. You know, so I was like, okay, this is cool. You know, they were in character at the booth and everything. That was fucking awesome. I like how they did that. I've never seen anybody really do that.
No, you know, not like the fans.
Bring their character to
as
the
them.
show.
Like they rarely come out as them. They come out as their famous character. Like they have no problem with it. It looks like.
Right, like Jay and Silent Bob come out at cons and get pictures with Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah,
but no,
sometimes they act like Jay and Silent. Well, Jay's always Jay, but sometimes Kevin acts like Silent Bob. But like they're them. Like they don't act, they know all the shit about the show and they'll just riff like they're them. They're not gonna reply to you in the real world. They're gonna be like, "I am them. What are you talking about?" Like
exactly
this. And that's 100%. That enhances the experience. Even though they looked a little bored when we met them at Dallas Fan Expo, I'm really upset that
because I feel so bad for them. Nobody was there.
What do you mean? That line was constantly getting filled.
That line was a steady.
But obviously, it's not what they expected because I mean, you see how big the space was between them and everyone else, so it was obviously expected to be more.
Right. Well, it could have been that a lot of people that were coming to see them got Friday tickets.
Yeah, that's a good point. Man, I wish I went to see their podcast because you said Ricky was really more, and he's my favorite. And I was really upset that he wasn't so amped up.
I was about to talk to you about that because that is on there, and I went back to watch it, and because I listened to it when it came out on the podcast, I listened to the audio version. Not really, not at the time.
Yeah, you weren't like the biggest fan.
But
You were just
now
like,
I go back. There was a guy dressed as Corey, and now I get all the jokes they were making in his expense. And I'm like, this is so much funnier now that I get all the jokes.
if they ever come back, we're going to that podcast together because they have to do
Oh,
it
yeah.
live, hopefully.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
That and
not
the podcast is
necessarily.
exactly like the show. It's exactly like the show.
Right.
It's so good.
So have you been listening to the podcast?
No, I haven't listened to the podcast, or I barely even watched the show since what happened in Dallas. I'm so
Gotta
upset
put
that I
it
didn't
past you,
go.
man.
I know it's
Hey,
so hard
hey,
though.
look at me. Look at me. Put it past you.
You're right.
I
I
had
know.
to.
You're right. I know. You're right. I just started watching the show again literally today. Now that we're talking about it, literally today, I will put on the first episode again. Yeah, I love that show.
Okay.
But did you hear about the Friday the 13th prequels? The prequel show?
Okay. Explain to me how the fuck this is gonna happen. What is this about his mom?
Okay.
No.
I was about to say one could be about his mom. Just saying. That's a very valid thing to make the show about. That was my first thought when they said I'm making a Friday. It's about his mom, obviously killing the kids the first camp. Because even though that's the first Friday the 13th, we all fucking know Friday the 13th is Jason. Like we all know that.
Right.
Obviously, the mom's a prequel. You know what I mean?
But not a lot of people know the first one didn't have Jason in it.
I don't know what it's about. Right? But they do have the rights to use Jason and his mask. They have been very clear about that.
It's a fucking hockey mask. That's all it is. That's why.
Yes, but it's still trademarked. That specific mask is trademarked.
The
that's
design.
why Walmart doesn't have. Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
But But the funny thing is that used to be the design of a hockey mask.
Yeah, well, I assume that, but yeah,
that's why it could just be a hockey mask in the background. So if it's used, so what? It's just a fucking mask. You get it?
I mean, I get that. But there's an air of nostalgia to it, just like
that's the point. It's just a mask. Then it's just a mask.
But
nostalgia.
It's Jason. It's not just a killer.
No,
it's Jason. You know what I mean?
The point is, you'll know who'll be wearing that mask.
But look at all the fucking Halloweens other than the new one. Every other fucking Halloween mask was like, that's a shitty fucking mask, dude. Like that's obviously not Michael Myers' mask. You know what I mean? Like every single one. You take away the main element of the character. Like I get it's just a mask, but it's also no longer just a killer like they originally intended. It wasn't just supposed to be a guy who just picked up a hockey mask. Now it's fucking Jason, dude. You can't have not his hockey mask. That'd be like a remake of Nightmare on the Elm Street, but they don't make it kind of funny. It just doesn't work.
Hold on.
Is that too loud? I'm gonna redo it so that it's not too loud. Oh, it wasn't okay.
Check it out. Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, was not funny at all.
Bro, I watched that the other day. I'm sorry. Do you not remember the line?
It's funny.
I'm gonna quote you the line. This is God. Is that just that alone? It's funny. Look, it's not bad. I'm not making fun of it.
Okay,
but it's funny.
It has comic in it because he's making fun of them.
And that's what I'm saying.
But he's not doing it like everybody knows as Freddy.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't do it like he does in the first one.
But that's what I'm saying. But for the reboot, they took away all the comedic moments, all of it, and look, he lost that.
In my eyes, you know there's no reboot. Okay. There's no reboot.
Hold on. I agree.
That was a terrible fucking movie.
What? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, you're still talking about Nightmare on Elm Street. I thought you were talking about Friday the 13th, which also had a terrible reboot. I'll give you that. But you have to admit that Jason still looked pretty badass, even though he ran.
And Jared, the first costume was in the reboot. And I don't give a shit about that one. Yeah, I don't even think that one was made.
So was Danielle Pennebaker.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I forgot about that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killer Frost.
Because I don't pay attention to that because fuck that movie. Yeah. Anybody that likes that movie can suck my cock.
It is a bad movie. And I would rather watch the Jason 5 That's
I'd rather watch Jason Goes to Manhattan.
Jason Lives.
No,
Jason Lives.
I'd rather go to watch Jason 10. Jason Goes to Space.
My God, that's such a bad movie.
Exactly.
I don't
watch that one.
understand. Did you remember what I called you about the other day? On Halloween, I called you and I was watching Halloween 6.
Yeah. But I don't remember the conversation.
Okay, so I was watching Halloween 6, right? And on it, in the beginning, it was having news reports making fun of like Michael Myers kind of parodying like killer movies. You're like, what's Michael Myers gonna do next? And one of the things they brought up was he's in space as like a crazy. He's like, yeah, it's crazy. He's not in space. And I was like, holy shit, they just took a shot at Jason X. This is so funny. Oh my God, I can't wait. And I looked up the dates just to confirm it with him. And this was before Jason X. Even Halloween with all their shitty sequels was like, we're not gonna take.
What did you look up? What years they came out?
Yeah.
How far apart were they?
One was in 2005. Jason X came out like 2000 in the early 2000s, while Halloween 6 came out like the early 90s, like 91, like a good distance apart.
Well, they were trying to make that Jason for a while.
Well, yeah. Well, they were actually trying to make Jason versus Freddy, and they just made that one in the meantime.
And that was terrible too.
Jason, yeah, but it's like, what'd you expect? Like that's what those characters are.
Really? You want me to write a Freddy versus Jason movie?
I would love you to write a kick-ass Freddy versus Jason movie, but I guarantee you it's going to be just as good as that one. Like that's what those characters are. Like at the bottom line, that's who those characters are.
Really?
Unless you take it back to like
a waterfall's gonna stop fucking Jason after as many times as he walks out of the fucking water.
Look,
and gets rained on.
It didn't stop him. He won in the end. I don't know.
No, he would still trudge on and kill people in the rain.
Okay, I'm not saying it has stupid
Freddy
elements.
versus Jason, water turned Jason into a crying little bitch.
Okay, do we not remember?
That's what they had to do so Freddy couldn't die.
At that era in horror movies, it was a bad time for horror movies. Let's just put it that way. All right, like that was a bad time for horror movies. All horror movies from that era were fucking shitty. All right, like let's put it that way. Well, hold on. Yes. That's generalizing. All slasher movie.
The end of the slasher movies from the 80s were terrible.
Wait, so you're saying slasher movies are dead? You think slasher movies are dead? Like,
no,
you
don't think
they can come back?
Did you just hear me? Slasher movies
you said the end of
from
the
the
movies.
80s.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
From the 80s. Key point. Key point.
Okay, cool. Man.
So you went and saw a movie this week. I heard.
Literally, funny enough, that's up next. I got a lot to talk about this. I guess we'll start with.
Spoil it.
You'd want me not to spoil it, but talk about it.
I hadn't seen it.
I mean, what can I say? It's Black Panther. Like it's Black Panther.
Wait, Black Panther was a good movie.
It's but it's the knockoff version of Black Panther. Like they're all like, you know how like everyone that tries to redo a movie.
It's the GoBots.
What a reference. No, I'm more talking like it's more like Armageddon and Deep Impact. You know what I mean? Like it's like they're the same movie. You know what I mean? But they're different. And one is obviously worse. No. Sorry. It's like White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen. One is obviously worse. One is obviously not as good. And that's Black Adam.
Olympus Has Fallen is terrible.
It's better. Okay, I guess.
But the Olympus trilogy lived on.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
But hey, as to it.
Yeah. So basically what I'm saying is Black Panther. I enjoyed it. It was fun,
Right.
but it's just like instead of vibranium, they have Internium. It opens up with a voiceover.
Did Black Panther open up with a voiceover? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's a voiceover of about the city, which is the exact same thing. It's a voiceover about Kondak.
No. Oh,
But
maybe.
other than like it has similarities, but it's not the same movie. Does that make sense? Like there's a different point to the movie. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it doesn't have every beat the same. Like it's not the point of the movie is not the same. Not like how the
Right.
point of my movie is again the point of this movie is not the same as Black Panther.
Okay.
And it
All
very
right.
much is an it very much is. I would say it's true to the character. I would say it's pretty good. It's pretty true to the character.
What is it a good movie?
I would say it's a fun movie.
Is it Shazam fun?
No, no. I would say it's more like a PG-13 slasher film.
Those aren't fun. That's fun for like a little kid on Saturday night.
Did you hear about The Rock? Why he hasn't like really mentioned him meeting Shazam?
No.
Apparently, it's because The Rock doesn't like. Apparently, because it's The Rock doesn't like the Shazam movies.
He's got no taste.
I know, right? Oh,
Those
did you hear
movies
about?
are wait, movies. What movies? There's only one movie. He doesn't like the Shazam movie?
Yeah, sorry, I keep saying movies because I know two's coming out.
Oh, okay. Uh, well, he might have already seen the two. Who knows?
Yeah, true.
Hell, he probably already has. But I don't
Eh,
care.
yeah,
He needs to be true to the character, and that's where him and James Gunn are having issues.
that's what I. That's exactly where I'm hearing. Yeah,
And I would trust
I'm
James
so
Gunn
sorry.
more than I
I don't
would
mean to
trust
pause,
The
but
Rock.
I have to tell you now. So Theo just called you dad. I'm sorry.
on accident or on purpose?
You know, he was like, my Mimi's grandma, my Popo's grandpa. He's like, and you are my mom, and Joseph's my dad. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's laying it out. Yeah, that's laying it out. There's no
That's
mistake
like,
about that. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm like,
Wow, that's a lot to take in right now. Yeah.
about that.
I have to come back to the podcast after that. What?
I have to throw that out there because I know it's been like on our mind, but like, even you the news, you enjoy.
Yeah, so that happened.
Well, congratulations.
Okay. I'm thrown off.
Wow.
That's definitely going to the
Okay.
podcast, isn't it? That's definitely going in the podcast, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't
Oh.
have to.
I thought you were going to want to cut out.
Oh.
Well, we can leave it in. It'll be great because we can go, okay, now what were we talking about?
Yeah, well fuck. Okay. Shit.
Because
That's
a
yeah. That's good. That's
some big news.
yeah.
That's a lot to take in.
That is a lot to take in. But you know, it's nice to know, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really I'm not trying to be a dad. Well, I guess I am, but like I'm not like that's not my goal. My goal
You're
is
trying to
you know,
be a father figure.
sort of, I guess. I'm just trying to prepare him for life.
And
I'm
and honestly, that's
all I'm
all a
trying to
dad
do.
really needs to be is a
Yeah.
father figure. He doesn't need to be, I mean, because anybody could be a dad, you know, but being a father figure is teaching them things, you know.
Yeah.
You're not trying to be, you just are doing, and that's what
Exactly.
needs
It's
to be
just
done.
because like I'm not gonna let like if like for example, like he's a kid. Like I'm not gonna just let a kid not learn and not enjoy things. You know what I mean? Like I'm definitely gonna try to give him those experiences while I can, you know?
I was trying to get him that Mark Rober subscription box, but they sold out.
Mark Grover?
Mark Rober. You know who he is?
Not at all.
He did that stuff with Mr. Beast. The trees and stuff.
Oh, the Team Trees guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Team Trees.
I may be saying his last name wrong.
No, I have never heard the name. I just know Team Trees.
But he's a scientist. He used to work for NASA.
Really?
And he does the squirrel maze videos. Have you not seen the squirrel maze videos?
No, man, you gotta show me these squirrel maze videos.
Dude, you gotta see the squirrel maze videos.
You gotta show me these squirrel mazes.
Look them up real quick.
Okay, I'm looking them up.
Well, no, never mind. They're like 10, 15 minutes long.
Okay, yeah,
I don't have time for you.
Yeah.
Wait till after the podcast. Get Joe Rogan'd up real good and watch them.
Okay.
Fat Phil. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And then go down the Mark Rober or Robber or whatever his last name is hole.
Okay.
Because that's how I got involved into his channel.
All right. I got you into Mr. Beast. I'll try this guy out.
All right. Cool. Check him out. He's
all right.
But like I said, I was trying to get Doggo one of those subscription boxes, but he ran out before I can get one. I don't know if he's got them back up yet because I hadn't checked.
Yeah, man, he really loves Legos. And like not like in the way I liked Legos, where I just wanted the Legos.
Yeah, you just wanted them.
He follows the instructions and builds that shit, dude.
I used to.
He's fucking 5, and he's like just like, all right, I need this brick. I need 2 of these bricks. Yep, put it right there.
He plays like we used to play when we were kids.
Yeah, and he's like creative as fuck, dude.
I say we, and then I'm talking about me and people my age.
He's so creative, man.
That's good, Ian. That is so amazing.
Yeah, I try to encourage it as much as I can.
I mean, just keep encouraging it. I wish I would have done more with you.
Jill's teaching Spanish, and apparently I might be joining that class soon because she was like, you might be more interested if you join. And I was like,
do I even have to say anything?
No. Yeah.
But back to Black Adam.
All right. So, but yeah, he doesn't like Shazam apparently. Anyways, we'll talk about the big news. Big boy, the boy in blue. The thing we talked about last week.
The boy in red and blue. Red, yellow, and blue.
Let me tell you, on the big screen, and I saw an XD. Oh, chef's kiss, dude. It was great.
Dude, I saw Man of Steel on the big screen.
So did I, man. That was my birthday present from my mom.
That was great. But speaking of Henry Cavill, what about the little Gerald switch?
Geralt switch.
Sorry, I really thought it was Gerald.
From what I'm hearing behind the scenes, I think it's actually understandable. And here's why. So apparently behind the scenes, he was having trouble behind the scenes, right? With the producers of the show. He was like having trouble with them. And the reason why, and here's what we were finding out, is that behind the scenes, the Witcher people hate both the video games and the books. They mock them back behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah, I'd probably want to leave that too.
And Henry Cavill's a big fan of that stuff. Like, he's a huge nerd, dude. He loves video games. He loves books. So he's like a huge fan of The Witcher, which is why he wanted to do it.
Right.
And no one knows, like, that's not confirmed, but like those two informations out there. They mock that, and that he's having trouble behind the scenes, and he's like, so my theory is that's why. Like, that's connected. Is that he's like, I'm not working on this show because they're not doing what's good for the fan. Like, they're just doing their own thing, So I'm stepping back, That's my theory. Because from what I know is he's having trouble with the producers, and that's what's happened behind the scenes there. So I just connected the two because it makes sense because he loves that shit. He talks about how much he loves that fandom,
Okay.
So he's probably, as a fan, he's just like, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna go do Superman.
Okay. I haven't even seen The Witcher, so now I don't even need to.
The suit's much brighter, by the way.
Is it?
It pops more. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, we finally found the free time to go see it on Saturday. I got off late, but I didn't go in the next day. I was off. So we
Right?
both went to see Black Adam late at night. And I got a Black Panther Wakanda Forever souvenir cup that changes colors. Thank you, Cinemark.
For what? I mean, like, what's it look like?
Um,
You mean you're gonna tell me about this and not have it so I can see it?
I forgot. I didn't know I was gonna tell about it. But yeah, it has a Black Panther logo on it. It changes from like white to purple. It's pretty cool.
I bet you that I wonder if that's a little hint.
We already know that she's becoming the Black Panther.
What's Shuri got to do with the color white?
What do you mean?
I still say there's multiple Panthers.
Oh, I'm sure she's gonna be the main Panther for the movie, but it's gonna by the end of the movie.
Oh,
they're gonna
me
choose a
too.
new one.
But I'm just saying there's going to be multiple
Yeah, that's true.
because I think Shuri would be the
Obvious choice.
yeah.
You know what I'm really excited for? Ironheart. I'm super excited for that.
Honestly, I can't say that I am because I know nothing about it except for it's a MIT student that builds an Iron Man suit better than Iron Man. That's all I know. So
That's really all I know too, but I've always been interested in the character. I remember when she was first introduced.
See, I remember when Miss Marvel was first introduced.
Wait, what do you by Miss Marvel?
Miss Marvel.
Okay, Miss Marvel, not Captain Marvel. Got it. Kamala Khan.
Right.
Got it.
I remember seeing Miss Marvel #1 first press come out on the shelf.
Ooh, you really made
And
a
I
mistake there,
almost got it.
you really made a mistake there.
I did. Know why? Know why I didn't?
Why?
I bought you something at Texas Toys. I want to say.
Damn, I'm a greedy kid. Could have been millionaires. In like 7 generations, we could have been millionaires, but
And you weren't greedy kids. I'd rather buy you something than buy me something at the time.
yeah. Was this in Corpus? Well, obviously, Texas Toys Corpus, obviously. Was
If
it
I'm
really
not
back
mistaken,
then?
that's where it was. I could be wrong.
Is that really how
Now
long
that
ago
I
she was
think about it.
introduced? My God.
And how you gonna make me look it up? Hold on. What year was Miss Marvel introduced? What year did Miss Marvel comic come out? Oh my God. What year did Miss Marvel come out on the comics?
On the comics. On the comics.
Shut up. Okay. Oh my God. Marvel Encyclopedia. Google, you're a piece of shit. That's
Okay.
you'll probably have to look it up since you're at your computer better than I am.
You were also at you. Okay. I was about to say, well, you were also at your computer. First appearance of Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. Excuse my language. Captain Marvel number 14, August 2013. God damn, that was that long ago. Oh, excuse my language. But that really was that long ago. Shit. That's
Okay,
crazy.
then no. It was at the comic shop in Mesquite
Before or after we got back?
after we got back.
Right, because we moved in 2020. I mean, 2012.
Right.
Because remember, 20, December 20. No, because December 2012, we were back in Mesquite. No, not back in Mesquite. Living in Mesquite for the first time.
Right. And then in
We
2013, we moved back.
No, but we were in Mesquite in 2012. In 2012.
Yes, because we lived at the place we lived at when you moved down to
When I was
Houston.
going to Kimbrough. Yeah.
Right. That's where we were living. We were living in the same apartment complex.
And then in 2013, we moved to Corpus.
Oh my God, that's fucking funny. I'm putting that together. You moved in with me when I was living at that complex. You moved out with
Oh my
me
God. Yeah. I didn't
when
put
you
that
were living
together
at that
either. I didn't put that
complex.
together either. We've both done that multiple years and never noticed that. It's been so many years since that's happened, Dad.
Right? And we've never put that together.
Yeah. So anything going on with your personal life?
Yeah. Funny you should mention it. I
we're
got to
talking about-
see the Misfits live.
Tell me about it. Let's talk about that.
Okay. So before I tell you that, let me tell you a story. Okay. Kind of trailer park style, boy style. Okay. Me and the friends, I mean, I'm saying this because I think the statute of limitations are over on this.
I think okay. All right.
Now, I didn't
I
do
murdered someone in
the-
Mexico 1923. Now listen. I know it doesn't make sense. I went back in time. It was a government project. I think the statute of limitations have run out. I think I could talk about it. And like 2 seconds later, you get shot by a man outside your window. That's a short waiting to happen. But go ahead. Look, I know you're not gonna believe me, but this is happening. This is real. No, you're fucking with me, man. That's totally bang. Oh my God, holy shit. And you just
Bang,
all you hear
bang.
is like a and then it ends. Just cuts. Sorry, go ahead. Continue your story.
And then during the credits, you hear 2 more bangs. No witnesses, because he told them.
This kind of reminds me of a sketch art. I kind of know
Okay.
short. Go
Write
ahead,
that
go ahead.
down. But what were we talking about?
Misfits, your friends, statute of limitations.
Yes.
Go.
Okay. So me and some friends knew a guy that you give a list to him, you give him $5, you'll get a tape. Okay. Well, this time I gave him $5 for Misfits Plan 9 tape. My very first Misfits album. Okay, because I'd been hearing about them and I've wanted to listen to them and see what they're like. So, but
What a time you had to actually go out and be like, I want to know what they're like. Please let me know. Please tell me what they're like. I just want to know what they sound like. I just want to know. Nowadays, you just like the fuck.
But this particular time, his guys were gone, so we had to go with them. So I was a
Sketchy as
lookout.
Wow, you are
right.
You are widows. What? I remember getting grounded for getting. For now, we'll just say I got banned from a wing of my high school. We'll just say that for now. We'll entice that story later on. If y'all want to hear that, you know, text it. But anyways, I got banned from an
we'll
entire wing of
entice
my
that
high
story
school.
later.
I don't know that. Yeah. But shit, what was I going with that? Right. Okay. So I got banned from an entire wing of my school, and then I got grounded from my phone. That's the craziest thing that's happened to me. You're over here like, I gave a man $5. We had to go down the store. You know, we were basically creating robbery, basically committing robbery. No, not basically. Did Curry. I'm just saying.
No, I got my tape.
I could have been.
I got my tape. And he got a few others.
I'm just saying, I could have been a criminal. Look at me.
Could have been.
Look at me. Just play video games all. Aren't you excited that all I do was play video games?
I am. I'm excited. He turned out nothing like the shit I did and went through.
Yeah.
You know, but I got to see them finally. And it wasn't bad. One of the bad things about it, though, was they didn't put them on the big screen.
Yeah. The Jumbotron.
But then I got to see some pictures of some friends that were close. And I saw why, because Glenn Danzig's egomaniac, and he did not look good.
Oh, really?
He's kind of ballooned out in the belly area.
That's great.
You know, his Danzig horns for his skull, his
Yeah.
Danzig skull wasn't sticking up. They were sticking out like they're ready to charge.
That's great. Man.
But that wasn't even the best part of the show. The funny thing, it was a Misfits concert, but Alice Cooper opened up for them. Watching Alice Cooper was like, yes, this is the show I came to see. You know? And Misfits were like, and here's the Misfits. Because Alice Cooper puts on one hell of a show. One of the best show I've seen.
I was still fucking angry. I fucking missed his show a couple months back. That fucking Ace Frehley as guitarist, dude.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
He didn't this time.
Man, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get some sleep instead. Man.
Dude, you missed a hell of a show.
Yeah, I fucking know. And you got to see Jason? That would be so cool.
Yes. Jason totally was right, there.
Though. I don't understand. Hayden Hodder's like my favorite Jason. But yeah, he didn't fucking come until at like Jason X. And like all the movies after that were bad.
Jason Kane Hodder came in at Jason 7.
Right. Wait.
Yes.
They're still all bad after that.
He came in after my favorite Jason.
Yeah. That's my favorite Jason movie.
Which one?
6.
Yeah, same here.
Jason Lives. Yeah, that's such a good one.
That's oh my god.
It's the classic. That's so classic. That's classic Jason. Like even though that's no one did that before, that's classic Jason. Like
yeah, Friday the 13th part 3, which is kind of like what everybody associates Friday the 13th with, because part 2 he didn't get his mask till part 2.
Yeah.
You know, because he had a bag.
Yeah.
You know, so part 3 is what they really kind of associate Jason with.
Yeah.
You know.
How did Jason make it past 2 movies? Without being Jason.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, he was only in 1 movie without being Jason.
No,
Jason wasn't even in the first one.
How did Friday the 13th make it past 2 movies? You know what I mean? Like,
here's the question.
The first one, okay, cool. There's a sequel of this one. Oh, interesting. With a kid. Oh, okay. Interesting. Then he's just a bag wearing murdering. It's like, okay. Why is this getting us another sequel? You know what I mean? Like, how did that was like, yeah, we're getting another one. This time he's wearing a hockey mask. And now everyone's like, oh my God, a hockey mask? That changes everything.
It did. It made him more frightening.
It made no sense.
It made him more frightening.
It is. I guess that's a good point. It's more frightening than a fucking bag over your head. Not high.
A bag, you can't see the face. You can't see the death, the decay, the worm crawling out of the mask. You can't see that.
Does he have a worm crawling out of the mask?
Yeah.
Oh.
And a few of them.
They're all like in Peacock. I don't know where to fucking find them.
They're all on Peacock? Oh wait,
they're all like hidden.
Hidden? But not they're hidden, in the pay.
Like, they're the ones that we don't have, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the extra ones, the ones I haven't figured out a good reason to buy them yet. I'm still trying to figure out why I still have Paramount after the fucking Halo catastrophe. I gotta get rid of it.
I forgot we had Paramount.
Yeah. I don't know. I still have it. It's like I don't know why. I don't watch anything on there.
There was a few good things on there, and we completely forgot about it.
iCarly was on there. The reboot of iCarly was on there. It was weird though. It was like exactly iCarly, but now they're adults. So it's like it's weird because they're making sex jokes and shit. But it's the exact formula of iCarly. Like it has all those like built-in audience, like the over style of everything. Like it's iCarly 100%, but it's adult. And it's like it's not bad. It's just like I need to warm up to this. Like it's weird.
I actually saw episode 1
of the new one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what I mean? It's weird, right? It's weird.
No, because I never saw the original.
Okay. See, that makes sense. I remember them being like
I remember them being smaller.
smaller. Yeah. And I
Well,
get that they're
yeah.
older now, but I mean, like, they're talking a lot about sex and shit. I'm just like, I remember this being like, oh, I gotta run my TV show, and now I'm kidnapped. You know, that show wasn't as friendly as I remember it being. There was a whole episode where the guy kidnapped. Did not make that up. That's a
Well,
real
no,
episode.
there was the shows back in the day that talked about that.
Well, not like they played off as a joke. Like it wasn't like kids be careful.
Oh.
It was like a crazy fan kidnapped him, and now she's trying to make them do the show with him. And it's like, this is a really dark episode if you take away all the comedy around it. So it's a really dark episode waiting to happen. She just acted slightly different instead of like Joker. This would be a horror movie. This would be a horror movie.
Well, they had stuff like that back in the day, like with different strokes and shit. They would have they would be mainly comedies and stuff, but then they'd put in the ones, oh, don't do drugs, and it'd be a heavy episode,
Yeah,
like a
but it wasn't
very
like that.
drama-filled episode.
Yeah, I know about that, but this wasn't like that. This was just like an episode. Like it was their normal comedy and humor. Just someone kidnapped him this week. That's just what's happening.
Okay.
All right, we're moving on. That actually comes back in like the second episode, I think, of the new season.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
she shows
guessing
up
I'm
again.
glad I didn't see the second one because I wouldn't have got it.
No, a lot of it does rely on jokes from the past.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, not much has happened to me. Except oh, you know what? So me and Jill have been having this argument, right? Because we were talking about why our exes hate each other, and I was like, well, we know why yours kind of dislikes you and why we dislike him. And she's like, yours. I mean, obviously it's just because y'all broke up. And I was like, I don't know, that doesn't feel right. I don't feel like she hates me because of that. Like wasn't that bad of a breakup, you know what I mean? And so we're talking about it. We were making jokes and stuff, and we were thinking, and I was thinking today, I was listening to the song ABCDFU. You know what I'm talking about?
I
was listening to that song.
No, but that's cool.
I'll send it to you. It's really good. But I was listening
Who's
to
it
that
by?
song, like Gale or something. Sorry. I think it's like Gale. I could be wrong. Let me look. Yeah, it's Gale.
Okay.
But anyways, I was into it. In there that has a line that says, I wasn't a bitch, then you said it, so I became one. And I was like, what? Like, I was just listening to it, right? And that just triggered a memory for some reason of me and my cousin getting drunk. Remember that Christmas I came down? It was Christmas of 2020, I think. I came down, we went to see The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
First month after, no, wait, it was like, what, 5 months after me and my ex broke up?
Yeah. Something like that, I guess.
Yeah, it was like 5 months or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, me and him got drunk, and I gave him my phone, right? Because, yeah, he was like, hey, can I have your phone? I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. I was drunk. I didn't think to question it. I just didn't think to question. Next thing I know, he's calling someone. I'm like, who are you calling? It's my phone. Who are you calling on my phone? Everyone that we were going to hang out with is here today. It's just me and you. We calling on my phone of all things, we're at your house. You can plug in your phone. What's going on? Why are you on my phone calling someone, Turns out he called her. It was, and oh my God, I can't believe and I was like, you know what? That's it. And it just clicked. And I was like, everything made sense. I was like, that's why she's so bitter still.
Why?
Because my cousin called her up and called her a bitch. That's why. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I learned that day not to trust my cousin with my phone.
Yeah, I remember that now.
As soon as that, exactly, I forgot about it too. As soon as I thought that, I was like, that's what that feels right. That explains it. Not that specifically, but the fact like that among the other ways I was acting when we broke up was like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. It
Right.
adds up. That totally adds. I would be bitter about that too. And I only say she's bitter because of what happened with my book. When I released it on Wattpad, she made a comment on it. She was like, those characters don't need to be together, and you should have left my last name out of the final chapter, which I did. I should have read the final chapter. I didn't read the final chapter because she wrote the epilogue, and I was like, well, I'm not good at writing endings. She wrote that. She's a good writer. I'm assuming it's fine. I'll just throw it out there. I don't want to read it anyway. We're just fucking. I've been working on this too long. Let's just fucking throw it out there. So I just threw it out there. I just threw it out in the world, right? And a couple weeks and like a week went by, right? And I was about to talk about it on this podcast. And I was getting so hyped, and then I saw her comment, and I was like, well, fuck. And I reread it. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't mean to put her last name in it. And so I deleted the last chapter, just like, all right, the epilogue doesn't need to happen. Fuck it, whatever, right? Just
Right.
delete that entire thing to get rid of that problem. Because she was totally right. That was not a complete accident, not me. Just I didn't read it. That was laziness on my spot. But I was like a little bit bitter on the fact that she was like, they don't need the other. I'm like, they're fictional characters. It's a story, like even if they don't end up together forever, doesn't matter. It's a story, I was like, that's bitter as
Right.
fuck to point that out. I'm like, the second part totally understandable, but the first part, what's up with that, homie? I was trying to figure out like, why is she still bitter at me? Like, one, I didn't break up with her. It was her. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what started the argument with, not argument, but conversation with Jill, which then led me today listening to that song, which led me to the thing. It's everything. It's that entire time. It's that era. Which was like,
Okay.
oh, there we go. That's the answer I was looking for. What a clarity. Thank God. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah. I just found that fucking hilarious. I was just like, oh, fuck, I forgot about that. Like, yeah, of course. I would hate myself too. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all that shit adds up.
Yeah, I can
That's
see
really the only thing personally. Not much
why
going on
some
over
of
here.
it could be bittered.
Yeah, like it just makes sense now. Like, because like I didn't understand it. I was like, oh, I guess because everyone kept telling me, oh, she's only bitter because y'all broke up and you moved on. I was like, I don't know if that's true. We weren't like that. Pause. Did you see that?
Yeah. The orb?
Oh no.
Wait,
Fuck, I've been
that
watching way
wasn't
too
a
many ghost
bug?
videos. No, dude, that was nothing.
That wasn't a
Dude,
you're
that was not
you're
a
not
bug.
fucking joking, right?
I'm fucking with you, dude. I know because I was pointing it out. I was trying to point. You saw me. I was trying to point it out.
I wasn't
I was
paying
like, what
attention
is
to you. I
that?
saw it just go whoop.
I know, but if you saw my finger, I was trying. Once I saw it, I tried to point at it.
Again. I wasn't paying attention to you. I was paying
Right.
attention to the orb.
Fuck,
Because I
that's
was
so-
like, is that a
fuck, I
bug?
knew. Fuck. Okay. Keep a lookout for those. Okay.
Well,
Fuck.
that's the first time I've seen that.
Me too. That was bright too, dude.
Like, even like out of all the videos.
Wow.
And I can't go back and look at all the rest because we lost all our fucking previous shit.
Yeah. Well, luckily, you got this. We can record. You can take that part and just send it to me later. Just take that part and send it to me, okay? And I can be like,
I
this is
will,
what happened.
but I'm
I'll
probably
show
also
Jill.
uh-huh.
You're also gonna do what?
I'm probably gonna make a
On
clip.
TikTok and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's going to the podcast, isn't it?
Yeah.
The ghosts freak out. The
definitely-
ghosts freak out. Okay. Ghosts can appear as orbs, apparently.
No,
if you
they
didn't hear
can't.
earlier. Okay. I said apparently to save our cred in the world, Dad. Apparently, so that way we don't just put all the non-believers that enjoy our podcast out of the podcast, okay?
Okay, apparently.
Apparently. We have no actual proof of it. You know what I mean? But apparently. I
But I
believe.
do have I don't know if I still have the picture.
Look at
but
how
I
dumb
s-
I am. I believe. Oh, go ahead.
No, I have a picture
Mhm.
of you with a ghost girl in the back.
That's
Do you-
freaky, dude.
You know what house that is?
Yeah, I do. You have a picture of her?
I do, or
Is it
I
an orb?
did. No.
It's like a legit girl.
You can see like a
You know I
female
want that-
figure.
we're writing that as a horror movie, right? Like, we're making that movie, right?
I don't mind.
You know where I want to go for ghost hunting in one of our one day, if that ever
Gettysburg
happens.
or Maryland? Where?
Amityville.
Uh,
I want to spend the night in that house.
I think that house is still for sale.
Yeah, it is. I just actually read an article about it the other day where it's like, it's still for sale, guys.
Nobody wants to buy it.
Yeah, I know. I want to buy it for a month. Like, I want to rent it out for a month.
Okay, Mr. Beast.
No,
Dude,
it's just because
not a month. Why would you want to live there for a month?
No, I assumed we couldn't rent out.
I would.
What? I wouldn't live there. I never said live there. I never said live there.
Okay, I am not a skeptic with all the shit that has happened to me and that I've been through. I am not a skeptic.
But we're definitely visiting there one day, right? Like, that's definitely on our trip.
Yeah, I don't mind doing it. But
yeah,
I am not staying a month there.
But a night?
I'm down. You know what's also
because it doesn't affect it after night, right? After one night, it's fine, right? Like, that's what the story goes. It's like a week, right?
Something like that.
It's never been a night.
I don't know. All I know is
I am also not a skeptic. I believe in that shit. Here's how dumb I am. All right, I believe in ghosts, but I do not believe in an afterlife. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. I don't believe in an afterlife, but I do believe in ghosts.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you believe is considered an afterlife?
Like, you have a spirit and it goes somewhere else and you experience other things. When I die, I think blackness, and that's what I like. I'm excited for that blackness. I'm excited for the void. Well, not like excited, not like, ooh, the void's coming. More like that seems like it's relaxing as fuck. Yes, no work ever again. Kidding me? Like an endless sleep? Yes, please.
See,
like, that's how I feel.
The problem with that is, well, there's not really a problem with it. It's even with the afterlife, the void can still be avoided. That's why you get ghosts. And that's why there is an afterlife.
I love how you just explained. What do you mean that's why there is what's an afterlife then? Okay.
Like an afterlife is where you have ghosts.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So there's not like heaven and hell. There's just void, avoided void, which is afterlife.
Right.
Okay.
Void, and we're like
ghost the ghost realm shit.
I've got
a word.
Brain fart right now on the word I'm thinking of, but it's like the nether void.
The realm?
It's kind of like a realm, but it's a dimension type area.
Yeah.
Okay. But also real quick, I want to tell you, did I ever tell you about the graveyard that me and my friends visited one Halloween when we were drunk?
No, you didn't.
Okay, so quick turtle shell so we can finish up the podcast and get everybody on their way. Me and some friends got drunk one night and we decided to go strolling through some graveyards, check them out, read gravestones.
Okay.
We made it to one graveyard. Once and shit hit the fan.
Shit hit the fan fast, didn't it? Fuck.
So we were walking through the graveyard, and I noticed that every time we walked one way, the wind would pick up. And I mean, not like pick up like heavy wind, just like a steady breeze, from no wind to some wind.
Yeah.
And
like there was nothing, now there's something.
Right. Well, when we got to this one tombstone, whatever you want to call it, the wind stayed steady. And my friend read the tombstone and it said, no matter what you do, I'm going to bring you back. But that's not even the weirdest part of it. In the ground, there was wood burnt that was buried in the ground.
Huh.
And it was burnt. Not the weirdest part. The gravestone was hot. Also, not the weirdest part.
Oh my god, dude, there's so many parts to this. Is this the weirdest
You know
part, or
those-
or do I need to
Yes,
prepare myself for
yes,
another
this
one?
is
Okay,
the
this is
weirdest
the
part.
weirdest part. Okay.
So, you know those makeup cases that have the makeup that you just rub in a circle?
Yeah.
You know, and it's just there's no cover during Halloween. It's like the cheap makeup.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like one of those, the black version, but it was like soot. And it was stuck to the tombstone.
That's weird.
That's the weirdest part of the story of that night. Now, here's the weirdest part of that story. I go drive by that the other day. The tombstone is destroyed.
The other day, this saga continues.
The saga continued. The tombstone is destroyed. It's gone.
Wait, what do you mean by
pieces
destroyed?
of it
Like,
are still there.
oh, dude, we got to go there next time we're in town. Dude, I'm serious about this. I'm 100% serious about this. Let's do this. Let's do it. Okay?
Okay,
Haunted let's do it.
I'm down. Haunted
Is our
Madhouse.
Are we putting our last name in this? I don't know if we're putting our last name in the podcast.
I'll block that out.
Okay. That was a test name.
Haunted Madhouse.
Haunted Madhouse. Well, aren't all Madhouse haunted? It's a
No.
madhouse.
Insane
Mad.
asylums are madhouses. Those aren't haunted.
True. Okay, that's a good point. Haunted Madhouse. I don't know. We're workshopping it, but I'm serious about this. If you research some places we can go,
I'm down.
Next time we're in town, me and you will go, dude. We could do me, you, and Jill. We'll go to a fucking haunted place and we'll record it and we'll have fun. Like
Okay.
if we can figure it out, not even like just you. Like if you can tell me what to figure out, I'll figure it out. Just I need to be pointed in the right direction. You know what I mean? Let's figure this out because like I 100% want to do this. Like
We gotta find a place to go out here and out there.
Watch. I'm telling you,
We need
watch
places to go
BuzzFeed
here and there.
Unsolved. True. I'll find some places out here. You find some places out there. How about that?
Okay.
All right, we'll figure it out. All right, and then we'll get
I know a couple of places I can take you and tell you stories.
We doing Goatman. Jill won't do Goatman at night. She's already said no.
Okay. Well, I've got no problem with her not going. We can do that ourselves.
Yeah,
but
cool.
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about just
good.
stuff we can't interact with. Just stuff I can tell you stories that have happened.
Yeah. And we could tell these stories like while we're doing the thing. We can call this could be a whole thing.
No. I mean, like we can like during an episode, I can throw in these like little splices as like little B-roll sides. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like we get little footage of an area, and it's of me telling the story, kind of like you know how Man versus Food. He has like the warm-up foods before it.
Yeah.
And then he has the main thing.
Man, that's a good show. I was listening to Bert's podcast. And
I listened to that one too.
I was like, man, I missed the Travel Channel. I missed the golden days of the Travel Channel.
Yeah.
These guys, I'm actually really got back into these guys, the BuzzFeed Unsolved guys, because I recently found out that because it ended, BuzzFeed Unsolved ended, right?
Right.
So I was sorry, I'm trying to find it. I was sad because I'm like, oh man, this has ended, and I was really excited about it. But they continued a version of the show on their own YouTube channel when they left BuzzFeed. So it's like it's different, but it still has the elements that I enjoyed, which was the two guys, you know?
Okay.
I haven't got to see it, so I don't know if they brought anything else, but I know it's them too, and I'm like, I'm already down for them too. Like, I'm excited to see what they do with it, you know?
Okay.
So I'm gonna send you the videos and kind of put in for like a couple episodes. Like watch them. You know what I mean? Like just because at first it's just kind of at first, but wait till it like really picks up its first. You know what? I'll
Okay.
send you one actual video. I'll send you a video out because it's like a show. It has seasons. You know what I mean? But I'll just send you a video and you can watch that one and you can tell me if you like it. Because you know what I mean? Because you don't have to watch
Okay.
in order, so I'll just send
Send
you
me
one, and
that
I'll just
one,
be
then
like,
send
watch
me
this
the
one.
Goat Man. Okay. I'll do my
Okay.
homework. I'll watch that. Then I'll send you the Squirrel Maze video.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Awesome.
And you watch those and we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it next week. All right.
All right. So till next week, keep it easy.
Not too sleazy. Oh, and because you said last time I had to I had to do a Halloween ending. Even though it's after Halloween, I had one. So I'm gonna say it now. Barry kicks ass.
Planet Nothing Productions.